kicker is on target, and it's now 14-0.
49ers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
At their own 11-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Throwing here, Purdy. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. Purdy will look to throw again here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Purdy off the play fake. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
At the Chiefs' 4-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Flushed out right. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's been a good 1st half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on fourth. Mahomes going to go on fourth down. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
Sets up a first down and goal at the 10-yard line.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard.
Again, McCaffrey. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. That's complete left side to Gray. So no gain on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on fourth and goal. Here we go with McCaffrey. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. McCaffrey turned away on fourth and goal. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Now Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Rice. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now we've got a third and 4. To throw, it's Mahomes. That is caught. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing on first down, it's Mahomes. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on second and 16. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
That'll be caught by Rice. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They got to get to the 23 here on third. A handoff now for Pacheco. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Mahomes now on first down. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Purdy to throw it on first down. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. He's to the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot him on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On first down, Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Rashee Rice, 63 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Being chased out left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Flush to his right. And that's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. This ball is caught. He's got Debo. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Able to find Gray here. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Now Purdy. Trying to lay one up deep. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 30.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And Hardman's going to pick up a Chiefs first down as he'll get this to the 44-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Mahomes now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs add 6 to their lead. That run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. He'll drop to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad is on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. And quickly, they get to the line.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. There he goes left side. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
On first down, it's Purdy. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
On first down, Purdy.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Let's go.
Purdy with one final shot here. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense,